Good afternoon, folks, and welcome back to Wilderness Wargaming. So, despite a little bit of technical trouble with the previous three missions and getting the recording done, we had to skip over two of them, and then we jumped back in with the third one. However, we discovered that tech priests use Linux, and Inquisitors are more used to using Windows because we had to shut off the power and then have the tech priest hack into the cogitator for us. But after completing those missions, which, to be perfectly honest, were pretty time-consuming and not particularly interesting anyhow, we are now ready to actually confront Lord Inquisitor Klosterheim, who has been occupying our attention aboard the ancient fortress monastery known as the Martyr, all the way up till now. So without further ado, let's get into it. And we're going to find out what the good or not so good Lord Inquisitor has in store for us today. Alright, here we are. Before we get going, clean inventory. I hung on to the power halberd. I have an adaptive bionic implant. What do I need to do to this one? Skull ties, even. I need to figure out how to kill those things in particular so I can activate this thing. Because that is awesome. Look at that, 950 maximum hit points. We hang on to the personal teleporter here, but I'm going to be back on the refractor field. And I hung on to that. We've got some intel here for special missions as well that we're going to need to do soon. The Purity Seal, I'm going to probably end up turning this thing into construction materials before too much longer. But we're all leveled up and we are ready to go. We already spoke to the Tech Priest in the previous episode, so check that out if you haven't already. And let's get right into it. We are still using the Flamer, and right now I have the Blessed Blade and Rod combo, which is nice because that gives me access to the big Shield of Faith. It gives you the really, really large shield for use in an emergency. We're also using the the Seraphim armor, so we have the jump attack.
I've obtained the quarantine logs, Inquisitor. The research cloister has been sealed off on account of demonic infestation. You won't be able to leave the facility until it is secure.
Trust me, it will be secure soon.
Having used the Flamer for a while now and compared it to the Meltagun, I don't see myself going back to the Meltagun anytime soon. Get more Nurgle. Alright. Little mini boss action already. Ooh. Although there's a purple Meltagun. We may switch on and off a little bit if we find a Meltagun that is significantly better than the current Flamer. This is, though, why I'm trying to avoid melee or range specific abilities and weapons in the choice of passives, because if I want to switch back and forth, or for example, say Flame versus Melta, if I want to switch weapons back and forth, I don't want my passives to suddenly become useless. Also, I put some points now into area effect increasing.
In effect. Subject 872K has breached containment protocols. Area in lockdown.
And right now, the area effect weapons from the Flamer are becoming very handy. Even fairly tough opponents are going over the Flamer now that I've boosted up the area effect. So the Flamer is all AoE all the time. No Nurglings.
Demonic infestation in effect. Subject 872K has breached containment protocols. Area in lockdown.
Oh, chest. Okay, so try to power halberd. Alright. I want to take a look at that Meltagun real quick. 105 damage. I'm gonna hold off, but I may end up switching to that for the big fight there. Off of this flamer. There you go. Oh, plague over. These things are way easier when you're an Inquisitor that is in here, as opposed to being a fairly low-level Inquisitorial acolyte like in Darktide. Those eggs are spooky. They remind me of the eggs from Alien. That the
Subject H72K has breached containment protocols.
what do you call it? The face huggers jump out of. Or the chainsaw, honestly. I have to keep reminding myself this is not the tabletop game. In the tabletop game, the Blessed Blade is a 5-point weapon, and very, very good. And if you, it's about to be obsolete now, but if you look at my, because we're coming into 10th edition, but if you look at my Smash Canonist video on the tabletop, you'll see why the Blessed Blade is so good. Is that it's 5 points, but then you can put it on a Canonist, and it turns out that you can also take Rapturous Blows. It's not a relic weapon. That will allow you to add +1 to the strength and +1 to the damage. So it becomes a damage 3, strength 6, attack, AP -3, which is pretty amazing. They have a heavy flamer there. So I don't even notice those turrets until it's far too late to put use most of the time. Oh, he's got like a power halberd attack. Okay. He does the same thing as the halberd does with the chain attack, except he chains himself to you and not you to him. What we got here? Oh, uh-oh.
You really didn't remember anything, did you?
Oh, there's Lord Klosterheim.
Something is coming back, but it's unclear. I underwent a mind scrub, but...
So, that is what you did eventually. You sacrificed yourself. But not in the way that I'd expected.
This is not going the way I expected.
Who am I?
You used to be my mentor. You were an Inquisitor in pursuit of the greatest secret of the Caligari sector. The research of Uther Tiberius.
I guess I didn't find it. Otherwise, we wouldn't be standing here.
You got close. And you got careless. You made questionable choices, and attracted the attention of first the Conclave, then the Grey Knights.
That's never a good idea.
There's no escaping from the secret protectors of the Imperium. Only death absolves, right?
So that was your plan. You sacrificed your former self.
And I have returned as someone else.
You told me to take on your mantle, and I obeyed. Through pain and fire, I hunted relentlessly for the Martyr. I did what you taught me. I fought, investigated, made pacts and broke them when I had to. And when the warp spat out Uther's floating fortress monastery, I was ready to find it.
I was not
And
expecting
my
this
path
plot twist.
eventually led to the Martyr as well.
It cannot be a coincidence. Only the Emperor's will, because you found me now when I'm so very close to finding Uther's greatest secret.
We must talk about this. But first, we purge this area.
Okay, that is not
I'm
what I was
ready for the
expecting at all.
sacrifice it takes. And should my plan succeed, we might meet again one day.
The graphics look severely outdated in those cutscenes for some reason. The warp ones, they look like something from about 15 years ago. But I think that might be
Uther
intentional.
Tiberius wanted to create an army of former demon hosts? He sacrificed countless lives, sentenced them to damnation, only to make a handful of survivors immune to chaos? I think I know why the Martyr had to leave the Segmentum Pacificus. It's insane.
A whole army of loyal warriors immune to the warp, ready to conquer the Immaterium? Once you would have embraced the idea.
I am not the same person anymore.
I pray to the Emperor that you are.
That this is actually that's definitely now I'm going through this cold. I haven't read through what the plot line actually is before doing this, and like I've said in earlier videos, it's the first time I've really gotten to actually play through it the way it deserves because of the graphics issues I had with my old computer, the terrible lag that it had. What it evidently was that particular model of whichever graphics card it had, I don't remember which it was, in certain laptops, which I was just unlucky enough to have purchased, it had extremely bad throttling problems. It would throttle way down and then way back up. But that's neither here nor there. I'm actually playing through this legit for the first time, and I did not know about that little plot twist. So, but I like it a lot. That is really kind of how the dichotomy of the Inquisition is. They end up a lot of times having to go against what their own professed ideas are, just in order to deal with the things that they face, because they really do deal with problems that are just mind-bendingly awful and which are almost inconceivable to the average person. That's partly why so many Inquisitors are psychers. This particular one is not, but although there's some thought that some of the Sisters' faith abilities really are a form of collective psychics. Whoa, did I not do something there? No, I did. Okay. Yeah, that's very interesting. So in order to avoid having to actually die, she was mind scrubbed and essentially remade as a new person. But that's why she comes across as so junior, is because she's lost all of her experience and knowledge as a result of whatever it was that she was up to before. But they didn't, apparently somebody there must have been arrangements made or something like that, because she wasn't like she could have conceivably been put out of the Inquisition or demoted or anything else. Well, she was mind scrubbed. She wouldn't even know who she was. So I guess it didn't take away her capabilities or her potential, just her memory. How exactly a mind scrub is supposed to work in the lore, I'm not fully clear on. Probably need to look that up in some lore and see what it actually involves, what its capabilities and limitations are. Because it seems to attack memories rather than attacking knowledge and capability. Although started over at level 1, so that kind of explains it. She had to basically train from the beginning again. Oh. Well, this doesn't look good.
Are you ready?
Time to purge the unclean, Inquisitor. Side by side, like we used to.
So it makes me wonder why that Space Marine didn't know who she was then. Wow. That was actually not that hard.
Presence detected. Lockdown deactivated.
Good work. Tell me, Klosterheim, did you miss all this?
I refuse to burden myself with redundant thoughts and emotions. But I admit, it was a satisfactory experience to fight that battle together. The research cloister is connected to Uther's inner sanctum. That is where Uther secreted away his most treasured research. Are you ready to enter?
I need to return to my retinue first, and make the necessary preparations.
I'm not going to your ship. Trust me. Where would I go? I will meet you here when you return.
They're not going to make us go long periods between trips back to the ship. There's a chest down here. I think there's more loot. Yeah, sure is. Okay, lots of credits, crafting materials. All right. Let's head back to the ship. And let's take a quick look at this. I actually don't think we leveled. This guy is, I think he's supposed to be a Grey Knight, although he's weirdly red. Oh, we did level up. Okay, good. Let's take a look here. What do we want to add to? Critical hits, area effect. Heat attacks would pertain to both flame and to. Health. Hmm. +2 critical hit strength. Bonus with range with melee. What do we want to do here? We did critical hits, and we've done hit critical hits, area effect. What do we got with this? I don't use grenades really. Suppression damage, damage bonus to area effect. Let's continue with a little more AOE for right now. Keep going on that thing. We're going to go with these ones, and then we're going to switch to defense and heat attacks, and then probably go to heat attacks and movement, and then probably after that, if we still need more, we'll go to damage over time, maybe. Or physical attacks. All right, let's see here. What have we got for stuff? I'm going to hang on to my flamer. What is the greatsword like? 99 damage compared to 82 damage for this. Implant 284. 29, 25. It's significantly lower in quality. It only has 4 bullet points as opposed to 6. Heat vulnerability on burning skill hit. No, I don't think I'm going to use that. Let's see, that's not an improvement. This is not really an improvement. What is Infernal Pistol and Chainsword? I've used that on my other one a lot. It's Chainsword Rod. No, but you know what? I think we're going to try using the Greatsword out. I'll drop this back in the back. And there was something else I wanted to do. This is going to the back. I don't think most of the rest of this stuff was too useful. No, that's not an improvement. What about this thing? What about the other set? No, that's not an improvement either. Interesting. Yeah, gear is not... We're not getting a lot of really great drops here. Is this thing worth it? 9 damage, 101 damage. Life drain. Critical chance. That we're going to use. We're going to use the halberd over the greatsword. This is too good. This thing adds life drain and hit and more on critical hits and knockback, but then it adds critical hit strength. And that's awesome, because that means we're going to be healing ourselves while we're hitting things. And this is one of my favorite effects in any game. I love stuff when you damage the opponent and then it boosts your own defenses to do that. Is there anything we're going to... Yeah, this will just get rid of this guy. I think we'll get rid of that too. Why is this not going to come up there, maybe? Oh, because I don't have enough room. Duh. Okay. All right, let's do this. I want to see if I can't... Let's see, what if we salvage these? No, I don't want to salvage all relic items. I can quick salvage this way. Salvage it. Yeah, let's... Hold on, let me take a look here or something. Okay, and we'll salvage this. And we have other I have a feeling I know about this, but we're going to do this. Boop. Okay, good. No, it didn't sell. There's the pages. There we go. I'm going to salvage this. And that's going to give us all this illicit alloy. Yeah, all this stuff down here. Now, let's see if we can't make a new item. What have we got here? Plasma gun. Dominion arm. Not yet. There's nothing here I really want to make at this time, so we'll stick with this. Right now we have the halberd, and we're going to stick with the melt-a-gun. Despite what I was saying earlier about the flamer, I'm going to try this out. The halberd, yeah, this is pretty good stuff. Okay, this will do for now. So we're all cleaned up here. All right, well, folks, thanks for watching. The next episode, we will be entering Uther Tiberius' Inner Sanctum. It's going to be exciting, great stuff, and we're going to find out what Uther exactly was up to. Well, we know what he was up to. He was trying to create demon hosts so then he could then rescue the person who became the demon host from them and then make them into an incorruptible type of soldier that was immune to further demonic attacks. Because that's what happened to you if you are one of the very lucky few that escapes from the horrible fate of being a demon host. But thanks for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment down below, and click the notifications bell for more great content from Lord Score Gaming. And we will see you back here again very soon. Bye.